Hello, everybody. Okay, so now if you have been on our website this last week, you've probably already spotted all the stuff that's on sale. Go to iwantglitter.com, but if you haven't seen it, go to iwantglitter.com. You're going to click on today's deals. We have a lot of fall colored like glitters and things and decals and instant transfers and stuff all on super sale under today's deals. We also have, there's like pages of today's deals right now. We also have some of the new launch stuff, and stuff is selling out. I'm sorry. I know we're trying to stock well enough so stuff doesn't sell out super fast, but y'all are nuts. We're getting it up there as fast as we can, but there are things that are about to sell out. There's also that are new launched items. There's also a new mini collection today. It's a little mini collection. It's not a full-blown collection. We're trying to keep all these very budget friendly for you guys. These mini collections are a little bit more affordable, and you can always buy 2 of them. If you love the decals, you can double up on it. So you can get a big plethora of instant transfers. This one is very popular. If you follow us on our Instagram, our TikTok, or our Facebook page, you saw yesterday the little snippet of this mini collection being launched. It was originally supposed to launch yesterday. One of the items did not make it here. It is here now, so it is able to be launched. So we launched it today. We just pivoted yesterday's stuff and today's stuff. So it is out today. So if you saw the social media yesterday and you went hunting for it and you're like, I couldn't find it, it didn't sell out. It just hadn't launched. So I did announce that on my live. We talked about it on the live yesterday. But some people have messaged customer service like, oh my gosh, that's so fast. It's not even on the website anymore, but it didn't. It launched today. So the Cheetah collection, we're calling it just the Cheetah collection, launched today. It is up on the website, and y'all, oh, I know, thank you, Maddie. Y'all are already shopping it. It's literally been on the website for like 12 minutes. And let me tell you where we're at, because it's going very, very fast. The little cheetah heart keychain, we're already down to only 8 of them. So apparently that's a very popular keychain. Because people saw it so people saw the social media yesterday, and we talked about it on the live yesterday that it was being launched today. And you all know, our regulars know to check the website around 3 o'clock and give us a few minutes. Sometimes it takes us a few extra minutes, and then boom, they start shopping it. So it's been already heavily done. The rhinestones in this collection are glass. These are glass rhinestones. You guys have been requesting glass. So this is a glass set of Cheetah rhinestones. We're calling it the Cheetah rhinestones because you're getting these really pretty mocha latte, dark chocolate, light chocolate browns, and kind of taupey colors for like the cheetah fur. Then you've got the black to make the spots, and then we've got a whole bunch of crystal clear backed, so you can actually go over decals. So if you want to put vinyl cheetah print down and then just rhinestone over the top of it, you can do that. Or you can put the full sheet of instant transfer down and rhinestone over the top of it with the clear. But this, if you guys are, it's there to get creative with. But the collection looks like this. This is a glass set of rhinestones. Let me show you guys. Okay, so this collection is separated, not by color, because the browns are getting a mix of all the colors together, and the black and the clear with clear backings. Okay, the clear with clear backings, you can go over a decal, over an instant transfer, over the top of something, and whatever that image is will show through these, but it'll look like a rhinestoned image. So that's the fun thing about those clear stones. And again, these are glass. So you're going to get the glass ones. So I'm sorry, when I hold them up in the bag, you're getting, the silver part is the backing of the rhinestone. It's not the front. The colors, you're going to see there's all taupey things. If you go onto the website, you get a really good photo of them. Christina has them flipped over so you can see. I'll see if I can show you guys on my phone. This is like the taupey beigey browns that you do for the fur. Okay, and then you're getting the black rhinestones. Pretty straightforward, but they are a mix of sizes. So this is for scatter method. Okay, so you're getting 25 grams of black and 50 grams of the mixed browns and 50 grams of the clear. Okay, if you want to do a large 30-ounce tumbler, you need to buy 2 sets of these. Okay, because the weight, rhinestones, resin rhinestones and glass rhinestones, you don't get the same volume when you buy glass. No. Get the same volume. You don't get the same. Yes, you don't get the same volume. You get the same weight. So you get 50-50 25 of here, but you won't get as many rhinestones because they're heavier. Okay. Does it make sense? So the resin rhinestones are lighter weight. So when you get 100 grams of resin rhinestones, you're getting more rhinestones. They're cheaper. They're made of resin. They're not glass. The glass ones are heavier. So you're getting a less rhinestones, but higher quality. So you'll need a double pack of these to do a big 30 ounce. Okay. Hello, everybody. Okay. So that is the rhinestones. My goal is to start a tumbler with these because you all know me and Cheetah. We'll get there. Most likely you guys are going to buy these out and I will never get my project done, but okay. Then in this collection, you are going to get, there are designer packs. Let me get rid of this picture. All right. Let's tell you where we're at. Okay. The designer pack, there's only 45 of the designer packs left. There's only 7 of this heart cheetah left. There's only 34 of the decal packs left, and there's only 40 sets of the rhinestone packs. You guys are shopping extremely fast. This is the keychain that I'm talking about. There's only 7 of these left. This is the cheetah print keychain. This one would be really pretty to just do clear, get some deep pour, put deep pour clear in there, make a little thin blank. Don't even fill it all the way up. Fill it halfway up, make a little thin clear blank. And then on one side, do like UV resin and do the swooping or paint the spots. And then on the other side, do a colored, right? You could write on the other side or do a colored glitter and then a monogram or something. It'd be really fun. You could actually make your own blanks with these, but you can also just put colored epoxy in there. This is only $2.75. That's why it's sold super duper fast because it's very inexpensive. It's keychain size, not coaster size. And it's $2.75. There's only 7 of those left. Now, there is a coaster set. We all know I'm going to love this. The cheetah print coaster set. Different sizes. You get 2. They're like supposed to be like geodes. And then you get a fun shaped one. There's 4 different ones in the set. Okay. There's 4 in the set. It is this is I put these on super sale. Where are they? There's only 8 of this set left. They're supposed to be priced at about $14. I said, let's do it at 10, make a super sale for this one. You get all 4 coasters for $10. So it's basically $2.50 for just one mold. And you bet you get all 4, which is crazy. Okay. A lot of creative stuff that you could do with this one. Hello. So Gina, that happened to me because my bank card was compromised. Somebody tried to buy something for $2.70 at petco.com and some like $14 of something in a company in New Jersey. So I've been having bank issues. And I keep forgetting that I have bank issues and I keep trying to use my card. Jody, what'd you get? Did you get it? Okay, so now the decal pack. This one is already selling out. You guys are very fast. There's only 33 decal packs left. Here is your decal pack. You're going to get a full sheet of cheetah prints. This is an instant transfer full sheet. You use this just like vinyl, but this is a permanent bond. Okay. It's a permanent bond instant transfer. If you haven't seen me use these, they're very, very similar to applying a full sheet vinyl. You can cut these in half. You can cut shapes out of them. You can do whatever you want, just like you would vinyl, but it has a permanent bond. Like our vinyl is permanent vinyl, but you would want to epoxy over it because the image would fade and get scratched and damaged. This is a different product. This is a different texture to it. It is a permanent bond. It does not have to be epoxied over if you apply it properly. It has the same rules as a glitter tumbler where you don't want to leave it in soaking hot water. You don't want to put it in the dishwasher. You want to hand wash it. You don't want to leave it in a blazing hot car over the summer. You got to be like, take care of it just like you would a glitter tumbler. So it kind of has the same rules, but you can also put it under epoxy. So it's not going to stress it out. You just put it on, apply it, and epoxy. You guys have seen me do it a million times. The instant transfers, I'm trying to find a cup that I've got one that's all epoxied over. Here. So this is a tumbler that has been epoxied over the instant transfers. We glittered the tumbler. Well, we put this bottom. This is a full sheet of, this was a full sheet of instant transfer that we, sorry, the weird hiccup burp. being pregnant is fun. Like, I have these weird hiccup burps. This is the full sheet instant transfer that has been cut down, okay, and applied around. Then we glittered the rest of the tumbler, and then we epoxied over and got a nice smooth surface. And then we added more instant transfers. The butterfly and the cheetah print on this one are instant transfers. Now this whole collection is sold out. I'm just showing you this as an example of instant transfers underneath epoxy. You do not have to put it under epoxy, but you can. It works just like any other decal. Okay, so this one's really technically done. Actually, we might auction this cup today because there is a family in need here locally. We might do that at the end of the life. Stay tuned if you want to buy that cup, because I was making this for myself, but there's a family in need here locally that I'm not going to get into the story because she hasn't shared her socially. So, but I might auction that off to help her out. Okay. So in this instant transfer pack, there's 30 left. It's going quickly. Okay, so the instant transfer pack, you get a full sheet of the cheetah print. Okay, then this is what y'all have been waiting for. It's the cheetah print with the skulls. Okay, this is a distressed pattern. It is not a solid black. Let me see if I can get, where's my special lens? Let me see if I can get you up close to see the details. It is a distressed skull. Okay, here we go. Kind of like acid wash Deans. You know what? I might be able to show you. Here is the, see on the paper how it's like a distressed black? This is the sublimation print. These are available in sublimation print, by the way. Okay, so see how it's a distressed black? That's what this is. So it's a distressed black cheetah spot with skulls on it. I already know that Tank's probably about 4 of these. That's why they're selling fast. But everyone who saw it on social media yesterday was ready for it today. That's why it's going fast. Okay. We do have lots of cheetah things. You guys are obsessed. So that we put out a lot of things with cheetah. But not like this. And none of these prints. These are all unique prints. And this skull one is a unique one. Okay. So there's that. And then here are your individual ones. This is only available as these are not available individually. This is available as a mini collection. So you can either get the decal pack or you can get the designer pack. There are 30 decal packs left and there are 42 designer packs left. The designer pack comes with all the molds and the vinyl and the rhinestones. So if you're like, I want the rhinestone, I want the whole thing. For the designer pack, there's 42 sets left. You will get all the glass rhinestones in the colors. You will get all the molds, the 5 molds. You will also get the decal pack. Okay, so you get all the goodies in the designer pack. So and we bundle it and say you save money. So if you know that you're going to buy all the things, just get the designer pack. Don't buy individually because you save money when you buy the designer pack. Okay. Okay, so here are the individuals. Okay, it says I'm not a person you can put on speakerphone. This is Emily. I literally had to get off the phone with her because I had her on speakerphone. She was saying bad words and I was going in my house with my kids. So I'm like, I got to go by, and hung up on her. I'm not a person you can put on speakerphone. It's Emily Mitchell. Emily Mitchell. That's her maiden name, by the way. This fun one. I mean, this is literally me. My kids actually asked me the other day, like, Mom, why do you buy so much cheetah print? I'm like, because I like it. Stop judging. You're 7. Just kidding. Love them. Okay. Okay. And then probably late for something. I need to make this a shirt for Ivan. Maybe I'll take the little girly flower out. Actually, he wouldn't care. He wouldn't notice. Probably late for something. That's Ivan. 100%. Okay. We all know me. If you've ever seen videos of the inside of my house, we have like 19 skulls in our house. I have a weird love of stones and earthy things like skulls. Love it. Now that we're in Texas, it's like a whole thing here. Everybody loves skulls here. So I'm like, ooh, I have so many skulls. I actually just got some skulls at estate sale. And we're going to crystallize the skulls. We're going to glitter. We're going to do colored, like black and black holographic and crystal glitter. Oh, it's going to be baseballs. So it's going to be a science project with the kids. About two. I'll probably do one as a video and then one just to play with my kids. All right. So here's the skull with the cheetah print. The skull has the brown cheetah print on it, and then the outside has the gray. Oh, so the skinning is, if I wasn't running late, I went to take a picture, and I was going to show you a picture of the skin all stretched out in my kitchen. Yeah. This one, it's just a box frame. It's a simple box frame with some cheetah print in the corners. This is designed so you can put a monogram in the middle. You can print out vinyl that says words on it that you want it to say, like something specific. You can put these on the inside. You can decide which one you want in there. Turn it sideways, apply it that way. So we separated this out so that you could design it how you wanted it as a frame. Like I said, you could put a monogram in there if you're doing something for somebody for Christmas and you want to personalize it. You can cut out your own phrase and put it in there with vinyl. Okay, and then obviously the splotch. This is the splotch. You can do the same thing with your regular vinyl. You can put this down on your tumbler and then cut out letters in colored vinyl and over the top, or just have like this be a patch. Like if you're doing kind of like a rustic plaid power wash. My brain goes do black and white plaid on a tumbler and glitter, and then do power wash it, and then splotch this kind of on there and make it look like a patch. I don't know, it would be really cute. All right, so that is your decal pack. You're going to get the full sheet, Cheetah. You get the half sheet of the skulls and Cheetah, and then you get all the instant transfers. That's your decal pack, okay? The decal pack is also available in sublimation, okay? So you can get the full wrap sheet, cheetah print, all the all the individual, and then the wrap. Okay, got it? Okay, we're gonna jump into crafting. That is your new stuff launched today. Grab it while it's hot. There's only 114 custom. Now I'm gonna tell you guys, there's only 114 custom blend for the kids. 100% of that glitter goes towards giving the homeless teen shelter a Christmas this year. Y'all have already reached out, are amazing. If you want to help us give these kids a beautiful Christmas, if you can't financially help, but you have so many crafts, you're like, I have a gajillion keychains. I'd love to send keychains to the kids and add them to their stockings. Or if you make lip glosses or candles or body washes or bath soaps, and you want to send them in, we're going to wrap all this stuff. We're going to stuff their stockings full of it. You can reach out to our customer service, and our customer service will give you we have a separate mailbox that's for packages, to receive packages. Our regular PO box can only take letters. We have 2 PO boxes. It's weird. I can never remember what the PO boxes are. I should write these down, but my brain never remembers until I'm on a live to write this down. But if you message through our customer help, go onto our website at iwantglitter.com, click customer help, and you can mail in stuff for us to stuff these. We do need to get these pretty soon. We're going to be delivering these by probably the 20th, December 20th, 19th or 20th. So we do need to get this stuff into the warehouse as soon as possible because we want to wrap it and get this all prepped and packaged, and it does take quite a bit of time. There are 18 kids at one facility and 18 kids at a second facility. So if you want, you don't have to provide 36 of everything. You can even just give us 5 of something. Every kid doesn't need to get the same thing. We don't make them all identical. So you don't have to send that. But if you make beanies or scarves or gloves or whatever, like the cute little crocheted stuffed animals, because but you guys have been reaching out to customer service. It's going to be amazing. But if you're like, I don't do that, but I would love to buy the glitter, you can buy this. It's called Custom Blend for the Kids. It's up on the website. There's a photo of Chris's face as the photo, because I didn't have this. We didn't have this mixed yet when we launched it. You can just buy a bag of this glitter. 100% of the proceeds of the custom blend for the kids is going towards helping give our kids a Christmas for the things that we're going to go buy for them. I'm hoping to give each kid a $100 gift card to the store of their choice. I mean, think back to when you were a teenager. Your absolute favorite thing to get was cash or gift cards because you got to go pick out whatever you wanted. And it was super fun. So they are giving us a Christmas list. We are going to shop for them. We already have some stuff. We know the kids love makeup, fruity fragrances, lotions, and body sprays, and even the guys like the Axe body spray. But I got some really nice ones from Bath and Body. They were half price. So we are in the, and we just do it. So anyway, if you want to join in on that, the custom blend for the kids, we're going to be using this glitter today. We haven't used it yet. It was so much chaos with Chris being here and the holidays and my family's here. It's been absolutely bonkers. We got it mixed. We launched it, but we never actually used it on the project. So I'm going to actually said actually a million times. We're going to be ombreing it together with Bo on a 20-ounce tumbler today, because I feel like this is going to be a super pretty blend to put some of our cheetah print over. Even this one would be fun to put some of our cheetah print stuff over. So we're going to ombre that together here in just a second. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to use this. It is a very, very, very chunky blend. It has bars, it has stars, it has big chunky pieces in it. So I'm going to be showing you guys my tips and tricks and hacks on how to work with really chunky glitter, because I know a lot of people who are just getting into tumblers. Chunky glitter is very, very intimidating. It can be tricky to work with, but if you know the little tricks, it's not as hard as you think it is, and you get very accustomed to it and very used to it, and you just kind of learn to roll with it. So I'm going to teach you guys some tips and tricks, my favorite things to do with it. We are also going to ombre, because I also think these three colors together would be gorgeous with cheetah print on it. We are going to be doing Elvis, Arrow, and Vinny. Okay, so we're going to be doing a triple ombre with fine glitter. Okay, these two look very similar on camera. They are not. This is a blend. This is a blend of, it's got some holographics in it too, but it's a blend of like 4 different taupey beigey browns. And this is not. This is a single color. This is Elvis. Okay, this is a blend, and it also has some holographic in it. And this Vinny is also a blend of kind of like a taupe and a dusty rose. Okay, so these are all these two are custom blends, and this is a Lily and Rose special glitter. Okay, so that's Elvis, Arrow, and Vinny. We are going to be doing both of those ombres on this live. All right, we're about to jump in. All right, let me give you an update. Yikes! Okay, well, I was going to say we had 80 of these straw cap bundles left. There's only 63 now. The little gnome straw cap bundles. You're going to find those under iwantglitter.com. Click on today's deals. That's where you're going to find them. These are selling fast. We had 200 or 300 sets yesterday. I can't remember how many Christine told me, because that's how my memory goes. I know it was in the hundreds. And there's 63 left. There was 75 like 10 minutes ago. So these are selling very, very fast. They're little cute little gnome straw toppers. There was something else that I wanted to give you a heads up. Oh, the Naughty Nice transfer set, just instant transfer. That was the other one. I was going to say there's only like 14 of those left. They just sold out, the Naughty or Nice sets. Live Mix 114. Live Mix 114 was a few weeks ago, but it's the one with the aqua and the pink, and it's like snowflakes. It's absolutely gorgeous. That one only has 14 glitters left. So giving you guys a heads up. Yep, there it is. And the black tie collection. The black tie collection will be up through Saturday. So you have the rest of the week to grab a black tie bag. If you did not get it on Black Friday, there are 27 black ties left. So we are going to leave them up until Saturday. Okay. So we're letting people kind of get through a payday in case they needed to hit a payday on a Friday to be able to afford it. So you have, but if they sell out before, then they will be gone. But you have until Saturday to grab one. So if you don't know what the black tie is, it is our Black Friday sale. It's the molds. The girls are starting to put them together, and the molds are so good. I don't spoil it, but I can't wait, because there's a couple molds that I want to make for my kids. They're going to love them. Mermaids and sparkles and there's a coaster mold in there that I'm like, oh, this is the perfect, like, it's such a fun, like, if you do game nights, it's a coaster. I don't want to spoil it. Okay. So, but anyway, there's some great molds in there. The glitters. Okay. So when it comes down to black tie, we just know we're going to put X amount of custom blend glitters in there. And I hadn't even mixed them yet, but I know myself, so I knew they were going to be good. The glitters in black tie, I just did them today. They are, and it was very hard. So sometimes I do this. I'll test a glitter, I'll mix a glitter, and I'm like, this is so good. This needs to be like a collection glitter or something. But I'm like, nope. Leave it. It's black. Like, don't squirrel it away from black tie. One of them is like the perfect New Year's party glitter. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like It's like sparkle, chunky perfection. And even Alyssa was like, whoa. Yeah, one of them is so good. The other one is a fine, beautiful, it's got, it's just so sparkly. It's a fine glitter. It would actually ombre really pretty in with this. It's got a little bit of mauve undertones to it with a little bit of fantasy in there. Super pretty. The third one that I'm going to talk about, I'm not going to give it all away, but the third one is like an aquamarine, like a it's between a teal and aquamarine, holographic, opalescent, metallic sparkle magic. It's so pretty. So just the glitters alone in this black tie bag are so good. Okay, so if you have not grabbed the black tie, if you did grab a black tie and that just spoiled it for you, you always know there's going to be some glitter in there. There's going to be some glitter in every bag, everything, because that's what we do. We sell glitter here. But that is the little snippet for your black tie. But the black tie is a bundle of products that we put together that we've been working on. Like we work year round, like we're already on Summer's birthday box. So black tie, we work on year round to find really unique, fun, creative, quirky, cool things to put in this bag. They're all tumbler making, crafting, epoxy art type supplies, and products and tools and decals and all kinds of fun things. You get $220 worth of products for $115. This is the only way to really get a super sale on any big new released items. Like if we release an item, we don't put it up on the website for 50% off. This is a way of getting these new cool things that have not been on our website before. It's for like a super discount. It is a blind bag, what we call a blind bag. You guys don't know what's in there. I did do a reveal on a YouTube last week? Oh, that might have been the week before. I did do a reveal. I'm losing track of days because of the holiday and my family's here. So you can actually go look on our YouTube channel and see the sneak peek black tie if you want to see a few of the little sneak peeks, but we don't show everything because a lot of people buy the black tie as a gift. And so they don't want to ruin it. Okay, let's jump into crafting. So if you haven't jumped in, thank you all. I can see you guys are hard shopping that custom blend for the kids now. Thank you so much for helping support these kids. We appreciate it. And you're grabbing the Cheetah collection. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all this love and support for all this. Okay, let's jump in. So we're going to craft today. My goal today is I'm going to glitter and prep 2 tumblers. One is going to be done with a spray adhesive base and the other one is going to be done with an epoxy base. I want to show you guys both the 2 different ways of applying glitter, especially if you are new to the tumbler world. This is 2 ways that we apply glitter onto tumblers. If you're applying fine glitter, you can go ahead and use a spray adhesive. It works beautifully with fine glitters. However, when you jump into the more chunky glitters, you want to actually steer away from the spray adhesive because the spray adhesive tends to want to grab the lighter weight stuff, the very fine glitters that are in your chunky fine mixes, and it doesn't grab as much as the chunky. So you kind of get this real muddled fine because it grabs most of the fine and leaves the chunky and it falls off and doesn't stick to the cup. So we're going to apply it with a thin layer, what we call a hang method layer of epoxy to get that chunky glitter on there. The hang method layer of epoxy, it's kind of goopier and stickier and it grabs all the glitter, not just the fine glitter. So if you are very familiar with tumbler making, you kind of probably already heard me say this. You've already learned this. It's just a natural progression of kind of working with glitter. Yep. You want to burnish the fine and burrito the chunky. The epoxy hang method is by far the best. And obviously everyone's going to have their own opinion, but in my world, and even with my moderators, the absolute best way to apply your chunky glitter is with the hang method. Other people who teach this and do lives, they don't necessarily call it hang method, but I developed the method. This is in the tumbler world because of me. Pants whales. I'm one of the grandmas of teaching YouTubes and tutorials on how to work with epoxy. And I created this method before the world of tumblers even existed, based out of me just not wanting to waste any product. So the first video that I ever put out, it had not come into the world of tumblers before. Everybody's only using spray adhesive and Mod Podge to apply their glitter to tumblers. And by when I say everybody, I mean there was like 12 of us doing this. When I came onto the world of tumbler making, it was on accident. I didn't even know other people did this. I was just crafting in my closet in my garage. And if you have not heard the story of Little and Rose, it's a funny story. I didn't know there were other people doing tumblers. So I did not create the world of tumblers. They did exist. There's other people that were making tumblers and doing fabric tumblers. But when I started teaching on YouTube, I had no idea that it existed. I only found it because I posted on YouTube, and then YouTube was suggesting some other videos to me of people putting like fabric on tumblers. So I was like, oh, other people decorate cups like this. Like how interesting that, you know, so, but I'm a grandma in this world of tumbler making. So there was only probably 3 or 4 creators teaching tumblers at all. I'm doing videos when I came on the scene. And like I said, I stumbled on it, and it was an accident. But this hang method, this layer of applying glitter this way, 100%, I will say, came from me. Yes, my world of being a YouTube creator, and was stumbled upon because I needed something else to do other than just be a mom with my triplets. I was crafting, and I just wanted to help people learn how to do what I do. And I don't gatekeep. I have no problem sharing all of my tips and tricks and hacks and teaching you guys how to cut corners and save money and do this craft. And that's it. Yep. All right. So let's jump in. All right. So grab, if you want the Cheetah collection. Oh, sure. The Cheetah collection is up on the website. We don't need the decals today because we got to get the tumbler started. Chris did make it home on. Okay. There are designer packs for this collection. There are a Cheetah rhinestone collection for the set, and there are instant transfers for the set. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So we have 2 tumblers. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the spray adhesive tumbler first so that I can put my mask on at the very end and not have to wear my mask the entire live when we start working with the epoxy. Okay. So we're going to be doing a triple ombre. Okay. The way to do a triple ombre, your easiest way is to grab some ombre shakers. A lot of y'all, if you're a regular of ours, you already have your ombre glitter shakers, and you've seen me use them many, many times, and you know how to use them. However, there's always new people who are jumping into the lives and watching that have not actually used an ombre glitter shaker or know what it is. Yes, we're aware it's a tea strainer. We are aware that is what it is called. We are aware that it is a tea strainer. We don't use it to strain our tea. We're using it to shake our glitter ombres on. So we call it a glitter ombre shaker. It is it's so funny because we have some videos and I call it an ombre glitter shaker. And it makes people on the internet real mad that I don't call it a tea strainer. Like real mad. People get very, very bothered by the fact that I don't call it a tea strainer. And they're like, oh, they're just trying to make a ton of money, trying to convince you that it's something else. I'm like, no, I say very, very openly, it's a tea strainer. But we have it on our website, and it's available on our website as an ombre glitter shaker because that's the tool that's what we use it for. That's how we use it. They look like this. We have the ones that we have on the website are black options. Here's one of my black ones. This is the one that's on the website. It's black. That's a tea strainer. We know what it is. But you can put your glitter in there. You can put 2 glitter colors in there, mix them together, pop it back together, and tap this onto your tumbler and get the perfect glitter blend for the middle color. So that the top and bottom, one color comes into the other color and the middle is perfectly blended. It's an ombre glitter shaker. So these are up on the website. They're on our website for the same price or cheaper than what you're going to find them on Amazon. We don't try to call it something crazy and then gouge the price. It is what it is. We don't do that. It's not how we roll. We're trying to get everything into your hands as cheap as possible. Like the coaster set, this Cheetah coaster set. Our retail price should be $14. We're only charging 10 because I'm like, that one has tiny holes, teeny tiny little holes. Yeah. Yeah, we use these to do glitter, not tea leaves. Now, I am a loose leaf tea drinker. I would not use this. The little, for me, some of my loose leaf would come out through these holes. I need the ones that are like the mesh. So I am a loose leaf tea drinker. I don't use these for my tea. I use them for glitter. But it is funny how many, like, a video will go viral just because so many people are commenting going, that's a tea strainer. That's a tea strainer. Like hundreds of comments of people saying it's a tea strainer. All right. So when you are ombre doing a tumbler, now technically I probably should have sprayed this beige. The intention today was to spray this one beige. But I walked into that warehouse today and I got bombarded by 6 different people that needed 1,000 questions answered and a lot of strategy and things happening today. So I did not, at the time when I thought I would be prepping for this live, did not get to do that. I was working and managing things in the warehouse until about 4 minutes before I came live. So it did not get sprayed. But I'm going to show you, it doesn't matter that you do. Let's back up for anybody who's just joining. You do, or who's just getting into tumbler making, you do want to base paint your cup a close, similar color, as close as you can get to your glitter colors. Okay. It makes your coverage much easier. How? I'm sorry, you guys, that's not me burping. This is my body. I'm very pregnant and I do this weird like burp hiccup thing. I walked into my business and business began to happen. Yes. But when you base paint your tumbler like a taupe or a beige to match your taupey beige colors, it's a lot easier to get full coverage because any like little tiny spot, this is like a big highlighter marker behind your glitter because it's white. But we can add 2 layers of glitter. Sometimes with your ombres, especially when you're starting out, you have to do 2 layers anyways to get a really nice even blend of ombre. The more you do ombres, the better and faster you will get with more efficiency, and you only need 1 layer. But when you're starting out, sometimes you have to do a 2nd layer to get a really nice blend. It takes 2 layers sometimes to really blend it out well and get a nice blend with no lines in it where the colors meet. But base painting it, whatever glitter color you are doing, is a very big help. It's going to help you get good coverage. All right. Now for the first one, we're going to do the triple ombre. So we've got these 3 colors and we're going to start with 3 sheets of parchment paper. Technically, if you want to get real down to brass tacks, you would want 5 so that you can just fold and move. Oh, do I have 5? I do not have 5. I don't have 5 pieces of parchment paper prepped. I don't see my parchment paper sitting here, so I can't make more, but you would want 5 parchment papers to make your life easy, okay? And so that you can go quickly, you would want 5 parchment papers because you need a parchment for when you dump this color. You need a parchment for when you dump this color. You need a parchment for when you dump this color. And then you need a parchment for when you blend these 2 together in the ombre glitter shaker and do that one. And for when you blend these 2 on an ombre glitter shaker and you do that one, okay? So this would need 5 parchment papers if you didn't want to stop and dump the glitter into each individual jar and clean your parchment papers in between. You would want 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you do 1 color, fold the parchment, move it off the side. Do 2nd color, fold the parchment, move it off the side, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and so on forth. But, well, I have 4. So we're almost there. There's 1 more stuck under my lamp. Okay. So what we're going to do. Hello, everybody. If you were just joining us, some new stuff launched yesterday. We have some super cute gnome Christmas straw caps and holiday straw caps. We have new bead pens up on the website. They're holiday themed. So if you have like an office or your kids' teachers or something, you need teacher gifts, the bead pens are ready to rock and roll. They're all holiday themed. They are a set, so you can grab those up on the website. There are new instant transfers from yesterday. The bundle of the instant transfers from yesterday sold out, but the individuals, many of them are still available. And then today we launched the Cheetah collection. The Cheetah collection is there are molds, there are rhinestones, and there are decals. You can buy the mold separately. You can buy the rhinestone set separately, and you can buy the decal pack as a pack. You cannot buy the decals as individuals. They are only sold as a decal pack. They are a mini collection. Or you can buy the designer pack, which is the molds, the rhinestones, and the decals all in one pack. When you buy a designer pack, it's discounted. So you are going to save money on your designer pack because it's a bundle. Whenever we bundle stuff on the website, we discount it down. So the website is iwantglitter.com. You can see it right here at the bottom of your screen. That's our website. You go to today's deals. There's so much there, you guys. There's pages and pages and pages because we have all the stuff that's on sale and what launched today, the new stuff today. And then there's also a lot of fall stuff, Thanksgiving stuff, all discounted on there. And then there's a ton of new holiday, Christmassy, Hanukkah type stuff in today's deals. So you can check it there. We also have a $3 and under section if you have not checked that out before. We also have a full section for just instant transfers. So we have our website is huge. Our warehouse is huge. We're ready for you guys. So anyway, that's all the stuff that launched today. What we are doing today is we are prepping cups to be ready to put these instant transfers on. So we're going to glitter 2 tumblers. We're going to be doing a super chunky glitter tumbler ombre, and we're going to be doing a fine triple ombre. Okay, so the triple ombre is going to be 3 colors, triple. Oh, hold on. I was going to try to just lean over and grab something, but the leaning doesn't work so good when your middle is this big around now. Oh my gosh, she almost looks fake. It almost looks like I'm wearing a fake belly. Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. Okay, so when you're doing the ombre glitter shaker, say hi, baby Betty. This is baby Betty. I'm not due to March. I look like I'm about to pop, but she's not even, she's only like 1.5 pounds in there. All right, so when you're working with ombre glitter shakers, you want to have a cup with some just beach rocks in it or stones. Just go out to your street, pick up a couple of rocks, put it in there. The reason being is when you take an ombre glitter shaker and you put your glitter, you'll separate it, put your glitter in this part. Okay, Betty boop. She did. You put you're going to mix 2 colors that are going to be next to each other on your ombre in here. Stir them up. I actually like to stir mine with a detailing tool. I just get in there and stir it up. And then you're going to replace this topper. You do not want to flip this over. The minute you flip it over, glitter is going to come out. You want to keep it stored like this. So you're going to have your cup and you're going to put your glitter ombre shaker. My brain just forgot what this was. You're going to baby brain, mom brain. Yep. So you've got your cup with your stones in it to hold it upright like this so the glitter doesn't start falling out. So you can prep all your little ombre shakers, put them in here. I'm using 3 different colors. You don't have to. Generally what I do is I'll do 3 different cups. I don't have my 3 cups today. I only had my 1. So I would do 3 different cups and I would line them up in between my glitters so it's visually very easy. I just got to kind of keep track of which one has which glitter color in it mixes. Let's see if I can do that this time. All right. When you do these, remember, the darker the color, the more aggressively it takes over. So if you were doing like a light brown and a dark brown, you want to use 1/3 dark brown and 2/3 light brown because that dark is really going to dominate that light, okay, visually. So you want to do 2/3 of the lighter color, 1/3 of the darker color. You can always add a pinch more darker if you are like, my balance is off. But in general, when you're doing these, so these are all about the same tone, but this one seems visually to carry more weight visually, like darkness wise, even though it's kind of not really, but because it's a different color, it's a little bit darker. I will use less of this and a little bit more of this when I blend these 2 together. Does that make sense? Because if I put half and half, this one will dominate. You won't hardly even see this one. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with the tumblers. So we're going to start with the triple ombre. And where did I just put my pen? So we're going to start with the triple ombre. Okay. With the triple ombre, like I said, we're going to need 2 ombre glitter shakers. I'm going to do a darker one. That's going to signal to me that that's going to be the 2 slightly what are visually darker colors in my ombre glitter shaker. And then the lighter one, which is going to be these 2 colors ombre together. These look very similar on camera. They are not similar in real life. This one has holographics in it and is a little bit darker, and it's a blend of like 4 different taupes and beiges. This is one solid color. So they are definitely different next to each other. On camera, you kind of lose a little bit of that. Okay, so here we go. We are going to take the darkers. Okay, bring you guys up and in a little bit. Here we go. All right, so we're going to take the 2 slightly dark colors. We've got Vinny. Vinny is like a dusty rose mixed with a kind of beigey taupe. It's a very soft palette color, very soft palette. Okay, we're going to go and we're going to put about 1/3 of that in there. And then we're going to put about 2/3 of Arrow. Arrow has a little bit of holographics into him, so he's going to really pop. It's going to be real pretty. Okay, Arrow and Vinny. Vinny's going to go on the bottom. Arrow's going to go in the middle. Okay, then I take my, you can use anything to do this. You can even use a toothpick, but I use the detailing tool, and you're going to just stir that up and blend those 2 colors together. Make sure you kind of really dig the bottom one out. Okay. And then you're going to replace that top, and you're going to put it down in your cup with your stones. And that's going to keep it facing up, because the minute you turn it over, it's going to start spewing out glitter, and you don't want to lose all your glitter because you don't even have your cup ready. So we leave it propped up in that cup with, tap off my tool. Okay, now we've got Arrow and Elvis. And again, Arrow is going to be the slightly darker visually color because it's got the multiple tones to it. So we're going to do 1/3 Arrow and 2/3 Elvis. Now this blend is going to be very hard to see. It's going to look like almost the same, but it is different. It's going to, you'll see it once it ombres onto the cup between the 2 of those. The goal with those 2 colors is for it to be very subtle. That is why I picked 2 that are super close to each other, but just different enough to where there's going to be a real soft tone fade down. Okay, so we're just getting the same thing. We're going to get them all stirred up. Arrow is the one with a little bit of holographic in it. And Elvis is our really pretty champagne gold. He's just a metallic. He doesn't have any holographic in him. Okay. Replace this. Okay, now what we're going to do is we have to, the next steps, you got to be able to and be ready to work very, very quickly. Oh, Mary, I just zoomed my camera, and the first comment I said is, I made Italian meatballs yesterday, and now I want to come to your house. Christina's like, oh my gosh, I'm craving cinnamon rolls. I'm like, I'm literally craving anything I see a picture of or anything that anybody talks about. Welcome to pregnancy. So we've got those 2 prepped. Now it's going to be time for spray adhesive. So when you're working with, brain fart, fine glitters, spray adhesive is a really good option for applying your glitter. There's tons of different brands of spray adhesive. Elmer's, Loctite, Rust-Oleum has one. Krylon has one. Everybody has spray. Gorilla Glue has one. The only one that I've ever used, I've used tons of them, many, many brands. The only one I don't recommend ever is Gorilla Glue. It comes out really gummy and really goopy and tends to spatter really bad. And I just don't recommend that one. If you're doing like a big wood project that you need a lot of something and you need it more gloopy, Gorilla Glue is going to be your jam. Applying fine glitter where you want a nice smooth coat, not Gorilla Glue. My favorite is the Krylon spray adhesive. Now this, sorry, burping hiccup. It's a weird little hiccup. It's like almost like a little reflex, like a little hiccup thing. It's weird. But it's not a full hiccup. I like Krylon spray adhesive. Okay. Krylon spray adhesive. There are 2 versions. There's Easy Tack, Krylon Easy Tack. It'll say Easy Tack right here. And there's Krylon spray adhesive. They're both spray adhesives. The difference is spray adhesive is permanent bond, not permanent like you won't have to put epoxy over it, but it dries hard and dries like a hard glue. Easy Tack is a repositionable spray adhesive. So it means you can put something down on it, lift it up, move it, re-stick it down, lift it, move it, re-stick it down. You can it'll stay tacky. Okay. This one dries permanent, dries hard. I actually prefer this now that when you're starting out, I recommend Easy Tack. When you get really fast and you're working on quality over skill, because in the beginning you're trying to learn the skill, and it's very hard, and it's time consuming, and it's strategic. It takes practice, and so you don't want to be stressed out trying to learn how to do an ombre. It won't go well. Because because you're going to be like, I gotta hurry, because this one will dry and harden and you won't have all your glitter on if you don't go fast enough. The Easy Tack one, you have time. You have like 45 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes or so to sprinkle on your glitter calmly and quietly and work on your ombre. Once you've done that so many times, you're going to it literally becomes muscle memory. You'll see when I do this, I can do these very, very fast. It becomes muscle memory to Ombre Tumbler because you've done it so many times. Once you get to that level, this is actually nicer because it holds the glitter in place stronger and firmer, and you'll have less travel when you go to apply epoxy. So in the beginning stages, when you're learning, Easy Tack is the way to go. Once you've gotten stronger with your skills and your speed, spray adhesive is going to be your jam. All right. So, all right. So when I spray my spray adhesive, I have a little box over here in the corner. It's got like a shower curtain in front of it to keep kind of the spray adhesive inside that box. When I spray, I'm going to put my cup in there. I don't recommend, do not do this in your house. Do not do this in your house. This is a do as I say, not as I do. I do it in here so that you guys don't have to wait 20 minutes while I go outside and spray my cup and then come running back inside. One, I'm not running now because the baby will literally fall out. But I'm going to be doing it in my spray box. We are very aware that this corner of this room is ruined. We will have to redo the flooring in here. There's spray adhesive and spray paint all over the floor. Even with that cover in the front, it still oversprays out and kind of ends up in the atmosphere and hits the ground, and it's a mess in here. So don't do this in your house. If you are in a room that you're like, yep, it's the same thing. There's already hot glue in the carpet and epoxy on the walls, and you're like, I'm gonna have to do the same thing. I'm gonna have to gut this room. I mean, then it's your choice. But don't say, oh, she did it inside. She put this thing so it contained it and it'll be fine. It's not fine. It contains it so it doesn't end up like over there, but it doesn't contain it. It still kind of comes out the little crack and kind of ends up on the floor because I do so much. I do so much volume in here. So don't do as I say. Go outside, spray your things, let it then come back in. But for the purposes of this live and going quickly, and I don't move fast, we are going to do it in the spray box. Okay, I get my VOC filter going just to help, just in case. Do you guys remember when I said, oh, you guys remember I'm pregnant? I was like, oh, look, there's a little bump, and then look at a little burrito down here. Now it looks like I'm about to go into labor at any minute. And I still got some. I got like 4 more months to go. Ooh, she's kicking me really hard. She's like, I stood up and gave her some room. All right, when I spray my spray adhesive, hold on, let me move you guys around. When I spray my spray adhesive, sorry, this is kind of going to be in your way. I turned it around so it doesn't blind you. When I spray my spray adhesive, you want to shake the can really well, and you want to do a test spray off the side because the first spray might spatter because it's clogged, the tip is clogged or something. So I shake it, I spray it off to the side. I have a whole corner of this box that's all spray painted in the colors because I test spray. Okay. This is on a Lazy Susan. I have a paper towel holder in here on a Lazy Susan. So my cup is on the paper towel holder on a Lazy Susan. So I can just spin the Lazy Susan and apply my spray adhesive as it goes around. I do generally 2 coats of the spray adhesive. I do that because the first coat is probably fine, but just in case I miss a spot, it's very hard to see because it's clear. I know that I've got a good coat on there, okay? Then I bring it out, and we are immediately going to start working with this. Okay, so we're going to bring it down. Whoosh, here we go. Ow. Okay, sorry. It's hard to move fast when you're pregnant. Okay. So we are going to immediately jump in to our glitters. We're going light to dark. I know the lighter one is here. I'm going to do Elvis, which is our light champagne up here. I'm going to do Arrow, which is our medium here. And so right in between the two of them is where I'm going to put a very thick line of the blended colors. Okay, a thick line. A nice head, not thick, dense. We want to tap it on and get good coverage. Okay. I twist my shaker around because if you just hold your shaker in one place, it comes out in certain holes and it doesn't get total coverage. So you got to kind of move it around. Okay, now that I've got it there, I'm going to go up a little bit higher. Okay, I'm going to lift my angle, you guys. I'm going to lift my ombre glitter shaker now up about 4 inches, and I'm going to do very gentle taps onto the cup. And this is going to be just below that thick line. Okay. And this is where the ombre is going to happen. So you do a dense line and then a very subtle tap line, much higher. Before I was holding it very close to the cup, and now I'm holding it very far away from the cup and just letting it kind of sift down to it. Now this one I'm going up. I'm holding the cup at an angle and I'm letting that glitter kind of hit the cup and shimmy down. And that's where you're going to get that ombre off the top. Okay. So now we see how it's a very subtle edges. Okay. That is number 1. Now we're going to go in with number 2. Now I can take this parchment paper, fold it, move it out of the way for now so I don't have to clean my space. And I'm going to come in with my ombre glitter shaker number 2. This is going to be my darker color with the pink and the beige. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a nice, heavy, thick, dense band on the cup of the pink and beige mix. Okay, here we go. Same thing. We're going to go just slightly up and let it shimmy. The key in these is to not overthink it, to not look at bare spots, to not go like, oh, do I need more? Do I like? Just you'll learn over time. You practice makes perfect, and you will start learning where that sweet spot is. Okay. Okay. There are my 2 soft lines. They look very similar. You can see this one's a little bit more pink. This one's a little bit more beige. Put those off to the side. Now I'm going to hold it over off to the side. I'm going to give it a little shake because I don't want, in this next one, I don't want any contamination. So what we're going to do now is the middle color, which is Arrow. He's the blend that has the holographic in it. He's going to go down in the middle. So we're going to take our glitter, and he's going to go heavy. We're just going to pour him on right down the middle, and we're going to overlap him over both colors. And what's going to happen there is Arrow's going to fill in that gap, and then it's going to fill in the gaps where we softened the edges. Okay. Now again, I'm going to shimmy this cup off the side because if I shake it over here, some of that pink is going to land in here. It's going to contaminate our pure Arrow. We don't want to do that. Okay. So we're going to just whoop, bloop this guy off to the side. So that's Arrow. Okay. Now we can do Vinny. We'll do Vinny and then we'll do Elvis. So Vinny's going to be the pink. He's like a dusty rose. Okay. Notice how I am moving very quickly because this is the permanent bond. Okay. And now with the dusty rose, I poured it all over the butt. And now I'm pouring it all over the edge. Okay. I'm getting that color. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to overlap it. Okay. And it's going to fill in all the gaps for where we shimmied it and did a fine glitter. Okay. Look at that perfect ombre. Okay. Shimmy it off the cup. Now I've run out of parchment paper. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and dump it in. Shake it off. Oh, I just realized why it looks so dark on camera. It's because I flipped that light around and forgot to flip it back. All right, now we're going with Elvis. Elvis is going to be the very top. Okay, now Elvis, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to smash it on there, and we're going to let it overlap that part that we ombre'd. And it's going to fill in all the gaps. Okay, and we're going to shimmy it off the side. Okay, and there you go. There's your perfect ombre. So you can see the subtle color difference here. This is a little bit more golden champagne. This is a little bit more taupey. And then we've got our pink. It's meant to be a very subtle, soft tone change. But you can see the perfect ombre because that ombre glitter shaker gave us the perfect blend here. It gave us the perfect blend here. And then we softened those edges and worked it through. And you end up with like the perfect ombre. You can do this with black and white and it will do the same thing. But for this, I thought this was going to be gorgeous with all the cheetah spots. I'm like, this is a good cheetah color. You just caught yourself leading. Okay, so we've got Elvis is on the top. This is Elvis. This is Arrow. Arrow actually has a little bit of holographics. Is holographic. It's hard to catch on camera, but Arrow is in the middle, and then we have Vinny on the bottom. Vinny is one of my favorites. There's a little speck of Vinny that I missed. Where's my Vinny? Oh, oh no, I poured Vinny back in. Okay. There's a little spot on his butt that he got missed. I was rushing on his booty. Okay. Now I'm going to pour Elvis back in. I'm actually going to pour Vinny one more time. I feel like I rushed Vinny a little bit. And I got some bald spots, so we'll redo Vinny. I don't have to respray because the reason I'm going in is because I can see that there's some space in Vinny that I can really see the white still. So I don't need to respray. That just means there's spray adhesive still there. I think it's the light it made it look real bright. Okay, there we go. All right, now this one, we will let this sit for about an hour. The glue will harden up. We'll spray it with clear glossy Rust-Oleum spray paint. Let it sit for the gassing off period. You always want to if you spray paint on your tumblers, you do that because we don't want these glitters to travel. Now, if a little bit of Vinny traveled up and a little bit of Elvis traveled down, it would be fine because it's an ombre cup and these are very similar colors and they complement each other beautifully, and you wouldn't really notice a flake of this over here because there's a little bit of that there anyway. But if you're doing a major ombre, generally you want those glitter colors to stay where they're put, right? You want them there, but you put a lot of work in time and effort into ombreing them perfectly. I'm missing one arrow. And to ombreing it perfect. So I use clear glossy Rust-Oleum spray paint. So that's what will go over the top of this to seal these glitters in place and hold them in place. Because spray adhesive is a spray adhesive. It's an adhesive, but when you go to put epoxy over this and you're rubbing epoxy on it, there's a good chance you'll rub a bunch of this glitter off and move it around and get bald spots because you've rubbed it in. And if you work the epoxy too much, the epoxy will actually soften the glue and mess it up. And so you want to spray it with clear glossy spray paint. I like Rust-Oleum 2X clear gloss. It's my favorite. It gets really, really good coverage. You always want to use glossy. You're going to have people tell you don't use glossy because epoxy repels off that. That is not true. You can put epoxy on a smooth, perfectly wine glass and it sticks. It's not about smooth surface. What's the reason people are getting fish eyes when they spray paint is not because it's a glossy surface. And so that's trained people to think you can only use matte surfaces, but that's not true. What they're doing is they're spray painting and then they're not letting it gas off. And the spray paint takes like 24 hours to actually fully cure. While it's fully curing, it's doing what's called gassing off. Gases are coming off of it. We can't see it. You don't really smell it. You don't even know it's there, but it's happening. Your epoxy knows it's happening. So if you put your epoxy on too early, you're going to get fish eyes because it's going to repel away from those gases that are coming out of that spray paint. So if you have a fish eye problem and you can't figure out what it is, and people have told you, oh, it's dust or it's wind or it's fan, it's this, it's humidity. There's a million things that could cause fish eyes. But if you spray paint your tumblers and you didn't wait 24 hours, it's most likely your spray paint that's causing that. And it's not because it's glossy. Now, let me tell you, if you put Krylon matte finish spray paint on glitter, it will make it matte finish and it will not come back. It will be a matte finish tumbler. So if you want a matte finish glitter looking tumbler, like a glitter with no sparkle, spray the matte finish on it and then it will not sparkle anymore. You'll have the tone color, but not the sparkle. It'll take the sparkle off. It'll be matte finish. It will still be a glossy finish because of the epoxy. When you put it over, it'll be the finish of the epoxy will be shiny, but the glitter underneath it will lose its sparkle. It will not come back. I learned the hard way. So Rust-Oleum clear glossy spray paint is the way to go. All right, so I'm going to put this on a. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I don't want to stand up during lives. It's so hard. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna get a stand. Okay, so this guy. So that is our fine glitter one. We're gonna let him dry. We're gonna let that clear glossy spray paint dry. No, sorry, we're gonna let that spray adhesive dry off, and we're gonna move on to the next tumbler, which is gonna be our chunky guy. Okay, so I'm getting some of the glitter off my hands. This is why Chris didn't want us doing glitter and then getting in this really nice car. That's really fancy car. All right, so the glitters we used on there are Aero, Elvis, and Vinny. Okay, so if you want to replicate that, Aero, Elvis, and Vinny are your glitter colors for that beautiful taupey, beige, dusty rose glitter. Like I said, we're going to probably wrap some cheetah print on there. We're going to have the cheetah print decals. Ooh, she's really kicking me. Cheetah print glitter decals onto that tumbler. All right, next up. Oh, shoot, I got to put these. I need at least one more of my parchment papers back. There. You wrote them down on your wish list? Oh, with Luxe? Oh, girl, yes. Well, actually, Luxe goes with these beautiful. I know, isn't it? Well, it's crazy to see me pregnant, Charity, because no one thought this would happen. Because after triplets, you'd be like, no way, Jose. And also because I'm an old lady. Most people in their 40s are like, no, thanks. I'm at the end. I'm at the end of my rope. I don't want to start the rope over again. And here we are. We're like, well, you know, we already live in chaos. What's a little bit more? Oh, Mary, my allergies in Texas are horrible. And our dog has never had allergies. Bane has never had allergies. He's allergic. He's like so allergic. We have to get him. He has to get shots every month. Because we tried everything else and nothing worked. And it's not food. It's not anything. It's just being in Texas. And he's just real allergic to this state. All right. Before you found me, use matte spray paint to spray paint tumblers. Can you use that? No. You can use that as a base color. And you can use it to spray paint other things. I wouldn't use it on water slides and I wouldn't use it on glitter. If you're doing like glow mica and you use it for some reason, it would be fine on glow mica because glow mica is kind of a matte finish. But no, I wouldn't. I would just, there are purposes for using matte. Nothing is popping off the top of my head, but occasionally I have a matte finish. I keep it completely separated. Yeah, base spraying is okay. All right, now we're going to do another white tumbler. This tumbler is ready to go. Okay, I'm using this is a sublimation ready tumbler. It's basically, I'm using the white as my base color. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get, and now we're doing white, so I got to make sure I have no other glitter on me because we don't want to contaminate. Now, this way that we're going to ombre, we are not using, this is going to be our chunky glitter. Okay, for the chunky glitter ombre, we are not using ombre glitter shaker. Now, the glitters that you mix, and people are like, what do you do with the leftover? What I do is I take glitter bags and I put them in little baggies and I label which two glitters are mixed together. And then wherever you store your glitter, tape this to one of the other bags. So if you have Aero in one and like you have Aero and Vinny, just tape it to Aero or Vinny. So that if you ever do another ombre, you don't have to remix it. And if you go to like, oh, I want to use air and ombre, what should I mix it with? Oh, I've already done it with Vinny before. I can use this up and do the ombre with it, and then you don't have to pre-mix. Or you have this beautiful little bit of glitter mixed and use it in a mold. Okay. Now, this is going to be with Beau, which is a very fine, beautiful opalescent white. He's our cheek glitter. Okay. He is what we call a universal glitter. He can go over any spray paint base. So you can put this on any spray paint base and end up with a whatever color you spray paint. So if I put this over, that's a good thing. This is a like an orangey coral base with a universal glitter over the top. It's a white opal glitter. I believe this was, who was on here? I started this in the video. It's in the video. That actually might be Beau. And this is Beau over that. This might actually be Beau. No, because it's got some fantasy in there. Nico. I bet this is Nico. So this is Nico, which is our fantasy white opalescent over like an orangey corally base. He takes on the property colors of the glitter that he's the spray paint color that he's on. That's called a universal glitter. Okay, because it can go on anything and it will shift to be those colors. But today we're putting it on a white cup, so it's going to be white. We want it to, I want white. We're also going to be mixing it with the glitter for the teens. Hi, Julie. I'm taking notes, Julie, for you. So this is going to be the custom blend for the kids. 100% of the proceeds of this custom blend, it's called Custom Blend for the Kids. When you see it on the website, go to iwantglitter.com, click on Custom Blend for the Kids. You're going to see this glitter listed right there. 100% of the proceeds of the sale of this particular glitter is going to go towards buying the homeless teens in our local here in Texas. We're going to supply Christmas for them. Christmas morning, they're going to have packages, stuffed stockings, and awesome, beautiful Christmas to wake up to. They get overlooked. Before we found them, they were getting overlooked in the community because they're teenagers. Everyone wants to help little kids and during Christmas. It's natural. We found them because we were looking for like a little kids shelter, and we stumbled upon them, and I was like, oh, I feel like God put you in my path for a reason. And he absolutely did. And now we've worked with these kids. This will be our 4th year. It's so pretty. Yes, this in person, this is stupid pretty in person. I'm hoping using it today, you guys can see it in action and kind of really get the full vibe of it. We just mixed this last week. There's only 100, just 100 and a handful extra. Let's see where we're at. Just the left of them. Oh, there we go. We have 106 of this glitter left. I have a feeling when you guys see it in just a second, you're going to freak out. Okay, now, speaking of chunky glitter, now we're moving into the chunky glitter application, tumbler application. This is where we lose a lot of people in tumbler making with chunky glitter. This is where we lose a lot of people in tumbler making, with chunky glitter. It can be very intimidating. It wants to stick up. It wants to fall off. It's really wonky to try to epoxy over, and people get very intimidated, very overwhelmed, and they just recoil back and stick with their fine. However, the chunky glitters are so pretty on tumblers. Look at this. This is a big chunky. This is steel on this cup. Big chunky steel. These are white universal glitter. The chunky glitters have just bigger flashes of vibrant colors and flashes of light coming off of more so than the little sparkles of the fine glitter. So it has a huge impact, and people love the chunky glitters. So for like customers, they love chunky glitters. So the best way to apply your chunky glitters is going to be, let me get my mask because we're going to need it, is going to be with epoxy. If you try to do chunky glitters with spray adhesive, the spray adhesive is going to want to grab a lot of the fine glitter that's mixed in. So this is a chunky fine mix. You can see there's some little bitty pieces. That's the fine. The spray adhesive is not super strong, so it's going to just grab all the little fine things, and all the chunk is going to end up back on your parchment paper, and you're not going to grab a lot of that chunk. So many years ago, developed this method called hang method, and I called it hang method because you literally hang up your cup when it's done. You don't put it on a turner to do this. You literally put a coat of epoxy on it, do your glitter, and then hang it up. You can also do coats of epoxy and hang method. That's a whole nother story. But it's a way to also do, hang method is also a way to do a tumbler without having a turner. So if you're getting into tumblers and you're like, I don't have, $50 to buy a turner, you can do like multiple hang method layers over your epoxy, of your glitter. Now it takes a lot longer to do that, but it is possible. Now, but to do it as a base layer to apply your glitter, that's what we're going to do today. It is so tacky and so goopy sticky that it grabs all the chunky glitter, all the big pieces of chunk, and sucks it to the cup. Okay. And then we burrito wrap it and we tap it down and we get that glitter laid flat down to that sticky surface, super sticky, kind of wet, sticky surface of the epoxy. And it really holds on to that glitter, the big chunky glitter onto your tumbler. Okay. So that is, and so hang method exploded onto the tumbler scene when I launched it. When I made my video, it just kind of hit the tumbler scene and shook up the tumbler world for a little bit. And it came from me being cheap and frugal and not wanting to waste. Like I would do another cup and I would have just a teeny bit left in the bottom. I was like, what can I do with this? And I'm like, oh, and I figured out putting it very, 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 very thin onto a cup. Now, as we do this, I'm going to put on I've got to suit up. So it's going to get a little harder to hear me because I got to wear my chemical mask. I got to put on my nitrile gloves. We got to protect ourselves. So from the vapors of the epoxy, I also have a chemical air purifier fan going. I have a ventilation system in here. It's going to get real loud in here. I'm going to try to talk as loud as I can so you guys can hear me, but that's why I'm trying to kind of explain it before I jump into it. So you can, if you have a hard time hearing, you can hear. If you are hard of hearing, I do recommend jumping over to our face. If you are watching me on my personal page, on our group, on our YouTube channel, I recommend jumping over and watching us on our Facebook group page. It's Little Lee and Rose, not a Facebook group. We have a group, Little Lee and Rose Tumblers and Epoxy Art, and we have Little Lee and Rose page. It's just Little Lee and Rose on Facebook. The Little Lee and Rose page has subtitles. So if you are hard of hearing, you can jump over there. It does pretty good catching the subtitles while I'm wearing my mask. So you can jump over there and still follow along, okay? But the hang method is a super duper thin layer. I will use 2 to 3 grams of epoxy on here, not 10 grams, not 20 grams, 2 to 3 grams. I can do a 40-ounce tumbler with 3 grams of epoxy. If you are new to hang method, you might need up to 5 while you're learning how to thin it out and get it down, and it takes some practice. But the more epoxy that you use, the more you risk the epoxy dripping with the glitter on it, and then you just kind of get the sludge of the glitter just kind of melting down inside the cup, and you get big open gaps where the glitter slid. What you want to do, the goal of hang method is to get it so thin that the epoxy doesn't move. It doesn't self-level. It's just a thin, almost like a thin spray adhesive layer, but it's a thin epoxy layer. But because it's wet and goopy, because it's uncured epoxy, it grabs this glitter. You'll see it grabs it beautifully. All right, let me get my chemical mask. Normally I can just kind of reach through and grab it, but this big old belly ain't gonna let me do that anymore. Now, if you're new to watching me, yes, I'm pregnant. Yes, I am working with epoxy. This is not me telling you that it is safe to work with epoxy while you're pregnant. I will never say that. I know that it's safe for me because I know I have a very, very good ventilation system that's pulling bad air out of this room and pushing fresh air in. I also have air purifiers. I have 2 air purifiers. Normally I have 3, but I moved one just outside the door. So that if some air escapes, my family's out there, then it's catching it as it goes out. But I have 2 air purifiers that are rated to cleanse chemicals out of the air. And so I also wear nitrile gloves, which are rated for chemicals to keep chemical vapors going through to my skin. And I wear a very highly rated chemical air purifying mask on my face at all times. I will not have any contact with any vapors. And so I know that my environment is very safe. Can I show it closer? Can I show it? Can you show it closer? What do you want to see? Can you show it closer? I'm not sure. The mask is Drager, D-R-A-G-E-R. This mask is super comfortable. I've gone through many, many masks. I have a graveyard, we call it, of masks. I never throw them away, so I can always remember which ones I tried because I have a terrible memory, so just having them on hand. I have 2 of these. Actually, I have 3 of these. I cycle through them. We replace the filters constantly. because I use mine so much, that if you're at home and you just, backing up, if you have a mask and it has the filters, if it doesn't have big cartridges on the side, it is not a chemical mask. If it says for paint or dust, it is not a chemical mask. It needs to actually say chemical respirator rated for VOCs. That VOCs is the term commonly known for chemical vapors. Okay. You need to make sure that, because I see a lot of people wearing what would be considered a dust mask, and it is not. It looks like this because it has cartridges, but it is not a chemical cartridge. It is just to ventilate out spray paint, debris, like the particles that get in the air from spray paint, and dust. Okay, so this is a chemical respirator. It is specifically designed so that I cannot breathe in chemical vapors. Like I said, I have multiples of these, and this is the brand. This one fits the face very, very well. It's super comfortable. I can wear this all day long, breathe no problem. It's really nice and soft on my nose. I've broken my nose 3 times. I was in extreme sports before having kids. I was a very hardcore competitive extreme sports snowboarder. And so I broke my nose multiple times. I've broken 19 bones. My nose is very sensitive. This is very easy on my nose. So it's very comfortable to wear. You get used to it. So it just goes up over the head and hooks on. Okay. I've worn this so many times I can tell when it sits on my face properly. There it goes. There we go. All right. I got to wiggle it in a little bit sometimes. Now, if you are working inside of your home, I just had a conversation with somebody this morning. You need to make sure that you need to make sure I almost feel like I can feel air coming through here, but I think I'm overthinking it. I'm going to switch masks. Sorry, guys. That one feels like I'm getting a little air through this part of my nose. So let me switch out to my other mask. Yeah, Christina's going to go pick up cinnamon rolls with them afterwards, and then so she's like, they'll be a little later today. All right. Sorry. That one, I don't want to fiddle with it for 20 minutes. We'll just switch because I have many of them. Yeah. So an easy way to just check it, you can feel if any air is, you cover these and suck in, you can feel if any air pulls in. But like I said, I've worn one of these for 10 years. I know what it feels like. I know what it's supposed to feel like. So when it doesn't, just like that, I was like, that feels off today. I switched to a different one. So it's the same brand. It's just this I can feel the seal on this one. Okay, so now what we're going to do, and normally when I do the hang method, I'm doing it because I have a little bit of epoxy left over from another project. This one, I'm going to mix my epoxy, but we only want like 3 grams. It's very hard to get only 3 grams, but we're going to do it, okay? So here we go. We basically want 1.5 grams of part B. See, I got 1.7 grams. Didn't even hit 1.5. Too much. Okay, and 1.7. Now we need 1.7 of part. This is part A. Perfect. Okay, 1.7. Oops. Okay. And we're going to mix these together. You don't have to worry about bubbles because it's going to go on so thin there won't be any bubbles.
Hi, guys. Okay, so we're just mixing them together. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Scrape your stir stick, scrape your cup, scrape the bottom of the little mixing cup. Make sure you get it fully mixed. There's definitely too much in here. Your goal is to make this as thin as possible across the surface of this cup. It's going to take a lot of elbow grease. Okay, but you will find that this is a very, very, very efficient and strong way of applying. Hi, Nishan. Okay, this is a very, very strong way of applying your glitter to your tumbler. All right, so you're going to put this down. I don't need all this. There's like 3.5 grams in here. I don't actually need 3.5 grams, so I'm not going to put it all in the cup. Leaving some in the cup. If I need it, we can come back to it, revisit that. Okay. If you're just joining us, y'all, we have a new Cheetah collection that launched today. Go to the website, iwantglitter.com, click on today's deals. You're going to see the Cheetah. There's new Cheetah instant transfers, full sheet instant transfers, some Cheetah print geode coasters, and a Cheetah print heart keychain. That all launched today, so you can find it at iwantglitter.com. Click on today's deals. It was getting close to being sold out the last time I looked. Let's see where we're at. Again, with epoxy, you're not in a hurry because epoxy takes hours to cure, so we don't have to rush through this. There's only 2 of the keychains left, the heart keychains left. There's only 5 of the coaster sets left. There's only 22 of the Cheetah decal packs left. Just FYI, this is not a launch today, but it was previously launched, but there's only 2 of the holiday candle ornament mold. It's a big Christmas ornament with candles in it. There's only 2 of that left. There's only 5 of the Nice Until Proven Naughty instant transfer. And there's only 34 designer packs for the Cheetah print. And there's only 33 of the rhinestones for the Cheetah print left. The Very Merry Mama instant transfer only has 1 left. And the custom blend for the kids has only 106 left. That is the glitter that we're working with today, the custom blend. We're going to be using Bow and the custom blend for the kids. All right, so what we're going to do here, we've got our epoxy on the bottom of our tumbler. You're going to take that little bit of epoxy and you're going to push a little bit over each side of the tumbler. It doesn't take a lot. You're not like doing a tidal wave of epoxy. Just you want a little epoxy along the edges, all the way around the outside of the tumbler. You can always come back to the bottom and get more if you need it, but this way, by putting a little bit around all the way around the outside, you're then going to take this epoxy and you're going to work it very carefully with firm pressure all the way to the end. This is a repetitive motion. I make sure my glove is pulled up over my wrist in case I overshoot it a little bit and I don't hit my skin with my epoxy. The rhinestones are separated by color. In a sense, the black and the clear are separated, but all the brown taupey colors are mixed together, Henry. It is glass rhinestones today, Henry. All right, so you see I'm going to use firm pressure and repetitive motion, and I'm going to push that epoxy from the top to the bottom. It doesn't, if you can just go like this and slide it, you've got way too much epoxy. You should have to do this over and over and over and just slowly work that epoxy from the top, technically from the bottom up, from the bottom to the top. Okay. You can see and you can feel, like right there, you can feel it slip and then catch, slip and then catch, slip and then catch. Where it's catching is where there's no epoxy. So you just kind of push past it a little bit. Firm, repetitive motion. This is going to give you, my watch thinks I'm exercising right now because of the, thinks I'm running or something. It's like, good job. I'm like, no, I'm sitting down. Firm, repetitive motion, down, 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 down. You see how much work it is for me to move that epoxy. If you have too much epoxy, it goes very fast. But then what happens is you're going to end up with your glitter sliding down your cup and then looking terrible. Okay, just repetitive, repetitive, repetitive. Spin the cup. Okay. Spin. Once you get this down, you can see I can do this very fast. I've done this hundreds of times. It goes very quick. It's a little bit, it takes a little practice to kind of get it down and to kind of find your sweet spot. Now, if you have too much epoxy here, it doesn't matter because it's going to be sitting upright. That part will not drip. But if it's too thick down the sides, your glitter will droop down your cup, and you do not want that. Also, try to only use one finger because look, I can just take it real quick. I know, I make it look easy. I know. I tell you guys, I'm like, I make this look easy. I've done it so many times. All right. Now, when you're mixing a fine glitter and you're ombreing a fine glitter and a chunky glitter, you actually want to start with the fine glitter first, okay? The reason being is if you put the chunky glitter down and you get a beautiful ombre, and you're like, oh, that's perfect. For some reason, when you then switch and you put the fine glitter down and go the other way, the fine glitter kind of consumes that chunky glitter. And it's dusty is the wrong word to say because it's glittery, but it kind of overpowers and covers the chunky and it looks weird. So you want to actually start with your fine glitter first and then lay the chunky over the top. So the chunky is actually what sits on top, not the fine glitter sitting on top. Okay. The fine glitter is going to be your base and the chunky glitter is going to be your big gutsy sparkles. So what you do is you hold your cup at an angle like this. You're going to go in. You're going to put the glitter right on that top edge and then let that glitter shimmy down. Do not worry about the glitter going in the cup. It'll come out. We'll get it out in a minute. Okay. So hit that glitter right on the top edge and then let it shimmy down. Sorry, I'm 6 feet tall, you guys. I have big, strong hands. It's very easy for me to kind of move this cup without taking my hand out of it. I wiggle my fingers around, it kind of shimmies the cup around. Sorry. Okay. So then I've got that pretty opalescent, but you can see down here, there's no glitter. It's only up here. Also, when you're doing this method, see, the glitter falls out. When you're doing this method, always keep in mind, you do not have to be going fast. There's no speed requirement here. Epoxy takes like 4 hours to set. So we have time to fiddle diddle and talk and hang out. Okay, so this would be what we call a one glitter ombre. You could actually be like, that's it. I like it with just the one glitter. I like the base being not sparkly. Let this cure up and then epoxy over the top of it and you'll have this really pretty single glitter color, what we call a one glitter ombre. You can do this on a cup where you spray paint the cup purple and just put the fine or one glitter and let it shimmy and ombre, and then you have the purple base with a little ombre glitter over the top. That's a one glitter ombre. That's what I call it. It's just like a simple one glitter. Okay. That's actually how Live Mix began because I had an idea of how I wanted a specific cup, and it was to do a single glitter ombre, but I didn't have that color in stock or mixed or ready, what I had in my brain. So I was like, I'm going to mix this glitter live. Now it's available. And that's how Live Mix became, because then you guys we all went crazy and loved it. Anakin Invader, yes. I know. Bo is our top selling glitter on our website. He's our fine opalescent white. He's absolutely remarkable. Okay, so now we're going to go in with our chunky. This is the glitter for the kids. This is the custom blend for the kids. 100% of this proceeds go towards our homeless teen shelter, giving our kids in the homeless shelter a Christmas this year. Okay, we're going to pour it right on, covering all those edges. Then we're going to hold it at an angle, and we're going to let it shimmy up. Okay. I wanted to use him so you guys could see how stinking pretty this color glitter is. There's about 100 of this glitter left. When it sells out, it's gone. We did not write down the mix. Actually, I'm kind of bummed I didn't write down the mix because it's super pretty. Okay, this glitter has 4-point opalescent stars. It's got silver. It's got lots of opal. It's got fantasy in it. But it's intimidating to people because it has those 4-point stars and it has those bar glitters in it. But look how absolutely freaking beautiful that is. You're not even getting, it's got this really pretty opal flash to it that's hard to catch on the inside the studio here. Okay, now I'm going to Give me this. I'm giving it a second. We're just going to let it, what we're doing now is we're letting it breathe. What's happening is some of that glitter will naturally settle down. The epoxy is kind of saturating through it. I need a tumbler still. Oh no, that's on the natural. Now, like as opposite as it is with the spray adhesive, you need to be in a hurry. With epoxy, there's no need to hurry. That epoxy is gooey. It's going to be gooey from now and for an hour and a half. We have time to sit, collect ourselves, and keep working. Okay, put the glitter back in. Now, the epoxy has kind of had time to saturate. Okay, now it's that time to saturate, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to pour the glitter over the top one more time and let it catch any glitter of epoxy that kind of surfaced where it was maybe a little bit thicker. We're going to re-pour this glitter and it's going to kind of grab a little extra, baby. Almost like putting a second layer on. All right. So this is the custom blend for the kids. I'm hoping it's coming across on camera as stupid pretty as it is in real life. This is why I say this is going to sell out. You know when this is going to sell out completely? Is when y'all who ordered it originally get it in your orders and you see it in real life. You're going to go back and you're going to order more. Yeah, you're going to go back when you see this in real life. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, and you're going to reorder it and you're going to get more of this glitter. I promise you. It's so pretty in real life. I told you guys this is going to be one that I hoard. It's going to sell out and I'm going to just keep this in my little secret stash. I may try to recreate it. It'll probably never be quite the same, but all right. So now you can burrito wrap this, or I do the tapping. You can also just tap it. Always along this edge right here. This is where people struggle with chunky glitter. You want to go in and press it down with your gloved finger. You've got to make sure you have a glove on because this is a wet epoxy. You don't want to make contact with your skin on this. And you're going to press that chunky glitter down. Okay, that chunky glitter is going to stick right down to that epoxy and it's going to go flat. Now look how flat that glitter now is to that tumbler. So people where you get intimidated by chunky glitter is because a lot of it sticks up and it's really hard to cover with your epoxy layers. But that's because you're skipping the step of smushing it down. Now you can burrito wrap it if you want with the parchment paper and press it down. I find that to be a little tricky in the sense that what kind of happens sometimes when you do that is you can smear it because the epoxy is wet and it is fluid. And if you slide too much, you can smear your epoxy. So I kind of avoid that. I'm not going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I don't really burrito wrap over epoxy. I will burrito wrap over spray adhesive, but not really over epoxy. You can. It can be done. I can do it. I just am like, just slowly tapping it all down with my finger like this works just as efficiently, and I'm in a little bit more control of my glitter. But now look, you see the surface? There's nothing sticking up. It's all nice and flat. That's going to be a lot easier to cover with your epoxy. Okay. Now you can go back through and add another layer if you want. Hello, Julia. Yeah, you can go back through and keep sprinkling on more. I know that the butt, I could feel the epoxy coming through on the butt. So I could go back through and add more. And then re-tap. And keep going. Because I could feel the epoxy. Whoop, whoa. I could feel the epoxy. When I did this, I could feel the gooiness of the epoxy coming through. So I was like, oop, I know that I can go back through and add a little bit more and more glitter will stick. It's almost like adding your second coat. Okay, now this time I'm only going to tap down where I specifically see glitter sticking up. I don't want to knock any of the glitter off. So just where I see it kind of aggressively sticking up, and this edge right here is where we're going to kind of focus on making sure it's flat. That's going to make our life easy for coverage when we go to epoxy. But I can see that the glitter is pretty flat, looking good. So we're going to leave it. The butt. Oh, I got the butt. I got the butt right away. And this glitter, so the top is Beau. He's our opalescent, absolutely gorgeous, snowy, creamy, opalescent white. And the bottom is our custom blend for the kids. 100% of the sale of this glitter is going towards our homeless teen shelter this year for Christmas. All right, and that is how you do a chunky ombre glitter tumbler. And that is how that doing chunky tumblers can be intimidating, but if you do it with the epoxy hang method, it is less scary. It's so much easier. You get a nice flat surface. It grabs a ton of glitter, and it takes the kind of the intimidation factor out of that chunky glitter. All right. All right, I'm going to show you guys this collection really quick. So we are done with the tumblers today. I'm going to, these two tumblers are going to rest. They will both get clear glossy spray painted, and then we will wait 24 hours, and then we will get them under epoxy. All right. So today we used Elvis, Vinny, and Arrow for the first tumbler. The second tumbler was Beau and the custom blend for the kids. I know. I'm telling you, Laura, when you guys see this glitter in person, you're going to go back and buy more, and then it's going to be sold out on the round 2 with you guys after the first one. Oh, Julia. All right, so the new collection, I want to make sure, because a lot of people are watching now that weren't here in the beginning where I showed this. This is the collection that launched today. These are the details. So the reason we're doing these 2 tumblers is we are prepping these cups to make our new Cheetah tumblers. So I got these cups ready so that we can put these decals and stuff on them, these instant transfers. This decal set is available as a sublimation set. I'm going to show you the sublimation set. These are all in instant transfers. So you're going to get a full sheet sublimation, but it's also an instant. So it's full sheet Cheetah, half sheet distressed Skull Cheetah, and then 6 transfers. One says probably late for something. The other one says I'm not a person you could put on speakerphone. Okay. Then you got this fun little square where you can put this inside here. You can put this inside there. You can put a monogram in there. You can put vinyl in there. You can do whatever you want. It's just a cute little frame that you can frame out whatever you want. You get the cheetah print patch, the mom bun, cheetah mom bun, and the skulls and cheetah print. Okay. So that is the sublimation set. It is also available as an instant transfer set. Same detail, but this is the instant transfer. Always remember when you see it in sublimation, the colors are muted. They will be much brighter like this. Once it actually fuses onto your cup. I'm afraid I'm going to bump this tumbler. Okay, so for this, it's the Cheetah collection. It's a mini collection. You get a full sheet of instant transfer Cheetah print. You're going to get the half sheet of the skull, the distressed skulls Cheetah print. And then you're going to get the skull. This is all instant transfers. The skull and Cheetah print. The Cheetah print patch. You can put a monogram over it, colored vinyl, rainbow vinyl, whatever you want over the top. The frame, the Cheetah print little frame. And then you can also you can check if you want to put probably late for something inside of there. Or I'm not a person you can put on speakerphone can go in there. Or you can put like I said, you could put a monogram or your own phrase, cut out your own little saying or phrase in vinyl and put it in the middle, put it under epoxy. And then you get your mom bun, Cheetah print mom bun. All right, so that is the instant transfer decal pack. Okay, that's the full pack. And then for the mold, the last time I looked, there was only 2 of this mold left. It is a cheetah print heart keychain mold. It should be called the Emily collection. Yeah, or the summer collection or the Jessica collection, all of us. There's only 2 of this one left. This would be great to make your own little, like if you do the acrylic blanks, but you could make your own, use our deep pour epoxy, fill this halfway up and make your own blanks. There is a coaster mold set. The last I looked, there was only 2 of these left. Other than that, you'll only be able to get it in the designer pack. Okay, there's 4 of these. There's my 4th one. Oh, there. You get 4 coaster molds. They're geodes, kind of like geode edges with the chia print. Okay, this is regular price $14. We put it on sale for $10 today. Then where's my rhinestone set? Oh boy. Da, 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 da. Okay, then you have the cheetah rhinestone set. We call it the cheetah rhinestone set because it's 2 different colors. This was selected and chosen so that you can make cheetah spots with the black. These are glass, by the way. This is a glass set. Okay, you get 125 grams. You're getting 50 grams of the clear on clear. You're getting 50 grams of all the beigey, taupe, and brown mixes. And you're getting 25 grams of the black. So you can make your cheetah spots with this and fill in around it with the white and the beige. So if you want a clear or the beige, so black and beige to make your cheetah print, right? Or you can put vinyl decals down, like cheetah print spots or the instant transfer, the skull, and go over it with just the clear. You can actually go over the whole cup with the clear because there's no backing on these. They're see-through. And so if you put an image of a skull on the tumbler and then you go over it with your clears, it will look like you have a rhinestone skull on the tumbler because the color in the image comes through these, all right? So you get 125 grams of glass. These are the glass rhinestones. These are not resin. These are the high-end, expensive resins, glass rhinestones. Okay, you get 125 grams in the set. You can get if you're going to buy all the things, get the designer pack. You save money. When it's bundled together as a designer pack, you're going to get the rhinestones, the molds, the instant transfers, and it's discounted for a sale price for buying it as a thank you for buying the whole pack. You get a little discount for bundling it all together. And as yesterday, we have the cute little gnome straw toppers. Those launched yesterday. We have the Christmas themed bead pens. Those launched yesterday. We have some new instant transfers. That also launched yesterday. There's also a ton of fall and Thanksgiving themed things on super sale right now on the website. Go to iwantglitter.com, click on today's deals, and that's where you're going to find all of that. All right, y'all, it is time for me to cut out. I had fun with you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys picked up a little tips, tricks, and hints about the ombre. It's been a while since we did a hang method ombre, so I hope that was a little nice, refreshing course for you guys. I will see you guys live tomorrow. Tomorrow is live mix day. Live mix day. So be ready. We will be live at 3 doing our live mix. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.